Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Motivations. I hope you guys are all ready for an excellent interview. We have another streamer. However, this streamer is a little different. He's a big fan of making keyboards and making good, sweet, wholesome content for everybody to enjoy. But before I bring him on, I just have to ask. You guys ready or what? That play, hold on. Ready or what? Stop. No, you. Oh. Welcome to another episode of Motivations. I am your host, Jim Sock Hancock, and as you can see, I'm well dressed for the event. A little better than last time, I think. And yeah, I appreciate everyone who's stopping by. If you haven't noticed, different background, a little bit of a sunrise or a sunset over the mountains. Let me close my door. Hold on. Sorry, I guess I'm the only one in the studio today. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest for you today. BootCutBrian. You can find him over on Twitch. One place you will not find me. He's very big into keyboard streams, Valorant, and many other games. And it's been a pleasure to know him and to play games with him and to get to know him a little bit. But today I want to get to know him a little bit better. I am very pleased to announce that I am excited and ready to see what BootCutBrian has going on and to see what really motivates him to continue streaming and playing games with friends and making keyboards and saying balls. So let's see. Brian! Is he not ready for me? Brian! Brian! Right. Brian. Brian? I'm over here trying to run a high production interview, and this man just leaves like this? I guess, chat, if you guys have questions, let me know. I guess I have one question that I could start off with, and how fucking dare him, right? I can't tell if he's talking to me or not, but if he's talking to me, he is muted. But knowing me, he's probably not talking to me because why would he? I'm just over here trying to run a talk show, you know, and give people what they want and learn what really grinds his gears, you know, and I'm just over here, you know, just living life and just trying to make a living off these interviews and trying to get ambition and inspiration from people. And he's muted. He's still muted. And I know he can hear me. He's not deafened. Am I deafened? I realized I was deafened the whole time. Brian! I'm over here talking shit about how you're not saying anything, and then I look and I'm deaf, and I'm deafened. I mean, can you blame a man? Hold on. I can't. Hold. I had to. So my overlays for this have not. My OBS kept crashing whenever I would try and switch over. So.
Are you doing like your camera like in 2 different spots or something, or you're gonna keep it off in Discord?
Oh, I can do it in 2 different spots. I asked and you said it's fine.
Oh! I thought you meant for me to do it. I was like, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna turn it off on stream and then throw it up here.
Yeah, let me see if.
Right now, it's Omar talking to you on stream right now for me because my webcam's off and deactivated.
Hold on a minute.
But like my preview doesn't work in Discord for some reason. I don't understand. I can't see it.
Let me open this up. Chat, you can't ratio me. I'm unratioable.
Plus ratio, plus balls, plus swag, plus YOLO.
Shit.
Do I have time to go to the bathroom really quick? Potty break?
You do have time.
Okay.
Anyway, chat. Yes. So, BootCutBrian is hanging out. He brought his pal Omar, and I'm very excited. I really I don't know a lot about keyboards beyond just that I use them, but let's see. So disregard the fact that you can see the green screen. She's it's not a green screen for us. So it's only a green screen for you. This is the most scuffed thing I think I've ever had. Right.
Yeah, I'm here. I just wanted to tell them that you're streaming it and you'll have my camera on your stream, basically.
Yeah. I have both of us on my stream, and you should be able to pull me up on yours now too.
Yeah. Is that so?
Yes. Brian, what's going on, man?
Not much.
Yeah?
I got my shit rocked in Tarkov about like for like an hour, and then this is me now. Wait, you're streaming though, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, why is it not showing me the noti for it?
Did you set a reminder?
I got it. Okay, I'm gonna do a little small one so people could see my face, and then because I want the live casting of your face. Okay, this works. No more Omar.
Bye, Omar.
Bye, Omar. See you later, dude. Okay,
You ready?
I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, cool. Let's start it out real nice and easy. Brian, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. Hey everyone, my name is BootCutBrian. Just call me Ryan, please. Don't call me by the full thing. I stream. I build keyboards. I think Tyler kind of said that in the intro. But basically, I've been streaming for about a year and a half now. And I've taken up onto like different other social platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I'm kind of giving content creation a go. This is not my full-time thing. I have like a 9 to 5, and then it's kind of something I started off as a hobby, but have started getting a little more serious as far as like trying to pursue, because no one wants to work a 9 to 5 all the time.
5.
9 to 5. Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, I don't. I'm tone deaf.
Me too. Don't tell Katie. I tell her on
Oh
the
my
song
god,
where-
I'm looking at your. I just realized you're in like a window or something. Wait, are you in a window or it's a desk?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh, the window's in the background.
I'm hanging out at my desk, and I got a beautiful view. It's like it's super expensive.
The production is crazy.
This studio cost me so much money, Brian. I can't even begin to explain it. I'm trying to recoup the losses, but this is not working. But we're gonna keep going until we get kicked out. So
let's go.
So I actually don't know, and I am kind of curious if you're able to or willing to tell anybody. So like, what is your actual 9 to 5 job?
Oh yeah. So I'm a packaging engineer for a big corporate company. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah.
So a lot of the work that I do revolves around consumer experience in a sense, but also I guess structural integrity. So basically you got a box and you got like stuff inside. Everything is packaged, right? So there's someone that obviously does that, and that's partially the stuff that me as a package engineer works on. So a lot of stuff is just making sure things arrive from point A to point B safely, you know?
Gotcha.
So yeah, there's aspects of that, but currently right now I'm working on I used to work on like some food products for packaging and stuff, and making sure, your bag of chips aren't open when you're buying them at the grocery store. So
that they're like half
little
full
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's my full time. I've been doing it for about 4 to 5 years now, and I went to school and graduated around like 2017 or so.
Nice.
So it's been a little bit of time since school.
Very cool. Very cool. When did you start streaming?
So it's been what is it right now? It's January. I believe I started right when COVID had kicked up. Like when like the lockdown started, so that was maybe like late spring 2020.
Okay.
So coming up this late spring, it's going to be 2 years or so, which is actually ridiculous to say that I've been doing it this long. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Wow, the claps. Oh, yep. Yes.
I have a live audience and everything. It's
beautiful.
Big production.
I love it.
So you stream and you also do keyboards, and so far what I've seen is that your keyboard streams seem to I don't know how the kids put it, pop off. So I'm kind of wondering, what made you want to start doing that, and when did you start doing that?
Yeah, so I started doing that like maybe late summer. I think it was before we started playing a lot more games together, Tyler. Like either late summer or early summer, maybe. I can't remember. Maybe July, midsummer. Fuck it. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I mean, I always had a interest in it, but I never really knew how far into it I wanted to go.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe like around like the beginning of like 2021, I had like bought a couple things that I just had like stock keyboards or whatever, so I wasn't doing any like cool bells and whistles on them or anything like that that you would see on stream.
Hmm.
But um I don't know. I just watched like a couple YouTubers and it was like a hobby that I kind of grew into, I guess.
Hmm.
And once I did the first one on stream, I just found I don't know, with the keyboard company and a lot of people in the keyboard company or community can kind of say this. Uh it's a very supportive company or Jesus Christ, supportive community
A lot of
to the
pressure, I
point
know.
where yeah, so much
It's
pressure,
okay.
man, so much pressure. I've never streamed before, dude. This
It's
live audience thing is just
it's
not
the
not for
atmosphere.
me,
Trust me,
brother.
guys. Can we please get a round of applause for Brian that for being here?
Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, but basically, I honestly didn't know how cannibalistic the community is as far as like going to other people's streams. You
Hmm.
know, typically when you're playing like a game, let's say like Call of Duty or some shit, and there's some kid that comes in or some person, some person in chat, they ask a question and frankly you just don't even know that like the answer to it. They'll probably just leave. But for the most part, if you're like doing like a keyboard stream and you don't know,
Hmm.
I feel like 9 times out of 10 they tend to just like stick around to see like what the heck you're like working on. So it was also a nice break from the mundane feeling of having to play a game on stream all the time too.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Um,
I feel really breaks up. Like, if I don't have anything that I want to play, then there's no point really to stream because
yeah.
it. I don't know. There's a lot of things that goes into it, but I remember, last time that we did an episode with at Brownie 2 weeks ago, I think now. He was telling me that when it comes to streaming and when it comes to um kind of doing that part and growing as a creator, I he said that he learned from a very early on, like very early, very oh my god, I can't talk today either. It's just the live audience. Um,
It's the 5 billion viewers right now,
I
dude.
know,
It's crazy.
crazy. Like the video if you
Pressure.
want.
Yeah.
Um, and he said that he dealt with he figured out how to kind of get around burnout, long like pretty early on. But I was just curious if you've ever personally felt burnout while you were streaming or with making keyboards or anything like that.
Yeah, so if anything, I feel like my first burnout that I can remember was right before I started the keyboard stuff. Um, at a certain point, I think I was playing Valorant maybe 4 days a week, and then doing stuff like off stream and stuff like that for Valorant, and playing a game like that just for that long, about like maybe like 6 months or so.
Mhm.
I was like, this is just not really that much fun anymore. I wanted to do something that was more interactive, and I think that was like the issue too with me at the time. I was kind of looking back and just wondering like, can I be more interactive? Is there a way for me to be interactive while playing a game like Valorant? And I don't think I really had like the social skills at the time because I would just play games and just be like, hey, how's it going in chat or something along those lines. And then you would just be like stone face focusing on like a video game and not even talking to chat. So
Mhm.
with keyboard building, you can do whatever you need to do and still talk to chat and also just spew random shit in the meantime while you're just doing anything. So not only was it a good hobby for myself to get into, it was something that kind of helped me with like my burnout issue one, but
Mhm.
also to um help with just like talking to chat and things like that. Um I still haven't figured it completely out, but it's helped immensely because
What
there's a lot of random kids and like viewers that just come in and just hang out and you just talk about whatever.
just straight vibes, nothing but good
Just vibes.
vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mhm.
So, can you just like give me like an idea of like what's the easiest part to building a keyboard and what's like the most difficult part for you?
I think the easiest part is actually doing it. Um, the hardest part is not trying to be too nitpicky
Mhm.
with the people that you're working with on it. So like this is more pertaining to like working on builds for say like Chris or Joey or Danny,
Hmm.
uh, and my brother that like I've built keyboards for. It's really like kind of taking a step back and just having them choose what they want instead of like kind of persuading them to do like, oh, this is like something the community really loves. It doesn't matter. That's gatekeeping on a very indirect level, and that's kind of like the last thing I want people to do if they want to get into the hobby.
Right.
So that's like been the hard part is kind of just like sitting back because my preference is different than anyone else's preference. So that's
Okay.
really been the hardest part. As far as like the troubleshooting, it gets kind of repetitive. There's like some things that you can fix without getting into the technicalities. It's just very, very like ratchet workarounds,
Hmm.
like putting like band-aid in your keyboard to make sure like one of the keys isn't like making like a ticky noise, I guess. That's
Hmm.
really annoying after a while. So yeah.
Um, kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So, what do you have like a specific moment in time or like a memory that kind of connected the idea of streaming and you wanting to do it? So like has there been a moment where you looked at like something that happened where you're like, yeah, I can do this too.
Oh, that's actually a really good question. Um, I would say for like maybe like the first 3 or 4 months, like chasing affiliate was
Mhm.
quite the grind. Like getting to 50 followers and then getting I don't know, is it like 3 viewers now average or something like that? Something
Yeah.
along those lines for Twitch. Getting past that was a challenge in itself, but I always told myself like I want to get to the point where I can get to an affiliate, and then
Mhm.
based on that, I didn't want to like ask for help for other people to follow or to view the channel or like, hey, I'm going live. Like, can you just pop in to lurk for a little bit? Now it's almost to the point where people are coming in, and I was actually like thinking about this lately,
Mhm.
like ever since like the new year started. A lot, I think, right now from my viewage every night it's probably like 8 to 11 people,
Mhm.
and then maybe a little higher on peak nights, but they're just continuously watching and I think right after the keyboard stuff that happened or like popped off, I made a lot of good connections and a lot of friends, new friends, and networking and everything like that. Um, to the point where I was like, yeah, I can kind of do this. Um, the Pico Park stuff was hilarious too. When that popped off on TikTok, I was like, you know what, maybe I can do this. And then I got egoed a little bit, and I was humbled for like a couple weeks. But um,
That's how it
it's really,
does.
I guess, just yeah, it's really just like working towards finding something else to do that's also valuable on your off time, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think that that's kind of a thing for everybody in order to get that sense of kind of like getting out of that like existential dread of like the monotony and like the everyday
Yeah.
and don't laugh at me. This is a
No, it's
serious
true.
show.
No. The thing is, like, that happened yesterday. Like before I streamed yesterday, I was having a abysmal day. You could ask Mike. I was like, I don't know if I want to play PUBG, man. I'm kind of like a little overwhelmed at work. But yeah, no, that's a very true thing. Like these like small existential crises that you have like throughout the day,
Mhm.
like streaming kind of takes away from that. So it's also like a good therapeutical kind of thing that you're working towards.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Um
I don't even know if
so
I answered the question. I just went on a huge like spiel.
I mean, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like, I like spiels, riffs, everything in between. That's kind of what I want this to be. I don't really want this to be as much of an interview as it is more of a discussion.
Mhm.
Um but, obviously I'll ask questions to kind of keep it going. Um
Yeah.
I think a good question to next is, so you wake up in the morning and yep, you wake up in the morning and you're like, "All right, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm gonna stream today. I'm going to make a keyboard today." What motivates you to feel that way?
Dude, everything everything up until like the very last minute, I'm like, "Oh, I'm so looking forward to this." I don't know. Like I like going live because I like creating content. I like making others feel welcome in like this space where you can just kind of laugh at me. I'm fine with that because growing up, I never was like Mr. Popular. So like I'm used to being laughed at, but in a more positive way, like
Yeah.
in the gaming space. So um it's really just about making other people's days. I know that's very like PC, like correct or whatever it is, or like but it feels good. It feels good that way because uh jobs are already hard enough. It's
Mhm.
nice to just kind of lay back and just chill. But yeah, no, like from 8 o'clock in the morning until like 6:58 p.m. I'm like, yes, let's do this. And there's days where I'm just like, and I was really bad at this before, maybe like uh in September or October, where I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just take the day off, like 2 minutes before stream, and then like throw the alert out in Discord.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, no, I think I've gotten better with that and just kind of like pulling through with it. The motivation is just trying to like one more day closer to something that could be, like that. All it takes is literally just one moment. Like if you're not online, no one's there to raid you. There's no like the moment, right? If you're not online and available to, you know,
Yeah.
get a big chance at something. So
Yeah. So
you never
I
know what's
guess
gonna
that
happen.
I guess that kind of follows up into another question that I had is, at the end of the day, I mean, like what's the end goal with this? Like, do you want to be, the keyboard stream guy? Or do you like what do you have looking for yourself in the future?
Oh, sometimes I remember, or like sometimes I remind myself that before I was a keyboard guy, I was playing games. And
Mhm.
whenever I would go through like really big keyboard like sessions, like say like I had like a week where I had 3 streams for keyboard related stuff.
Right.
Um, I remind myself like, dude, you're gonna have a very hard time like learning, like knowing how to stream again like a video game. And I've had days where I'm like, dude, it's been so long. I don't know how to fucking stream video games anymore. And yeah, there's days like that. But as far as hold on, I'm trying to like gather my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, take your time.
The end goal, I don't think is it to be a keyboard guy. It's just something that I happen to do,
Mhm.
and a lot of people have really been supportive of it. So now I know a little bit in like the business. So if I do like make any more connections, you know, or like network anymore with like other content creators, like I can kind of just like just like a self little boost, like, hey, I could build you a really dope ass keyboard or some shit like that.
You wanna be
But
friends,
real, yeah,
I could build you a QWERTY.
yeah, a QWERTY. But like, but like, I don't know. I guess I try to keep myself grounded and not too excited over streaming.
Mhm.
I try to keep it like a hobby. It's just tough because like you hit like some cool clip and you're like, I gotta post this. I gotta see if I can get like viral or something like ridiculous as that is.
Yeah.
And then you might get to like shot down, and then your your mood is just fucked for like the whole day.
I
But
think a big thing that a lot of people tend to forget is, like what you want like it to end up being. Like what you want this to be.
yeah,
Like do you want this to be, like a part-time hobby thing where you can like put like some money towards it if you want and like kind of enjoy yourself, or do you want to enjoy yourself but also like really actually grind to like
yeah,
get better at what you do and to really like hone your craft
yeah,
and to move forward and to push on, like, and I think a lot of people tend to kind of get away from that. And I think they tend to kind of forget like that line of like where they want to be, and they lean
yep.
more towards, like I, when I first experienced burnout also was, my the first year I streamed, November to December I streamed I think like 250 hours in a month. And
Oh my god.
yeah, I would stream when I would get home from 9 until like 2 in the morning, like 2, 3 in the morning, and I would just stream every day. So once December hit, you know, I was burnt out. I had like I didn't want to do anything.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
I wanted to take a break, so I did. I stopped streaming for, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months, and tried bringing it back, and I couldn't. And then I was able to finally bring it back in March when COVID hit, and just kind of dedicate a little more time to it. But I also think that a big thing that people need to know is to just find something that works for you, like a schedule, and just like stick to it. Because I think that is what really killed me too. Um, but I know that I tend to feed off a lot of people's energy, and if I can stream with somebody, that's fantastic. But um, what about you? Is that something that you also kind of use to motivate yourself to like to stream that day, or knowing that you're like feeding off the energy of like people in like the community, whether it be keyboard streams or your Discord, whether it be like pals in your Discord.
Yeah. No, no, definitely. I feel like if you have like a lot of like a good amount of people watching you at a certain time, like currently right
Hmm.
now, I feel kind of like out of my whole time streaming,
Hmm.
non-keyboard related, like just gaming content, like this past week and like maybe like the week before, I've been probably like performance-wise the best that I've
Hmm.
been. So like I just feed off that like you said, and it really like motivates me to continue keep going
Yeah.
cuz there will be days where like it's only going to be like 2 3 people like, or maybe sometimes just yourself just playing and streaming to no one.
Hmm.
Those are the days where you really will feel the burnout because you're just super committed in those weeks when you're like on your highs, right? And I think that was like the issue that I had. Now that I'm like kind of getting my memory back, when I used to play Warzone, I think
Hmm.
I would do 3 or 4 nights for 4 hours, and then the weekend I would go on like an 8-hour stream and then like a 6-hour stream, and that was absolutely painful because the game wasn't fun. One, the
Yeah.
game wasn't fun, and two, like it just felt like you're just doing like putting in all this work and no one's like even recognizing it. That's the worst part, right?
Yeah.
So
I
to
mean.
finally have that now, it's like super, super cool. But I'm sure there's gonna be nights where it's gonna be like, yeah, 2, 3 people, it's fine.
Hmm.
There's I guess still like create I guess like for those days that I feel not motivated when there's like low days like that, I just look forward to still creating content that I could put onto different social platforms outside of like Twitch, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that that's a big thing. I mean, that kind of leads into talking about adversity and overcoming the challenges that face you in terms of either deciding to stream, or whether it be like something else that's just inhibiting your ability to push forward. um
Mhm.
but you have to battle it out, and then you could get through it. But I am curious, when it comes to adversity and challenges that you've overcome, are there any challenges that you've seen yourself having to overcome, whether it be like a mental challenge or like a physical challenge, or emotional, whatever, to kind of like really like push yourself to keep going, and to hit yourself with reality of like, I can do this.
Dude, so many times that's the case where I have like blocks,
Hmm.
and some days it gets the best of me, and then some days it doesn't. But
Hmm.
I guess I'll speak more towards like how it gets the best of me first, and then afterwards. So um, I think there was a moment in time for Valorant where I was just like, dude, I'm so bad at this game, and like I was just kind of conflicted as far as like, should I stop playing this game because I'm bad at it, or should I continue doing it and just kind of, I guess, like shift the narrative as far as like what kind of content I want to make. I didn't want to make comp content. I wanted to do just shit post content because it's much more fun
It
that
is
way.
so much fun.
Yeah. If you're like stone face in the game like this for like 4 hours and you hate your life, it just makes the whole like
Yep.
vibe just off too. Like I don't want that. Like I guess I just want to have a good time and along the way also make content, I guess. Naturally, I guess.
Yeah, and
Versus
that's
sweating.
yeah, I think that's something too, is like, you have to understand like what makes you the most happy, and like
Yeah.
and what you can see yourself doing more. And that thing is, at least for me, and a little bit of what you said, is making people laugh and
Yeah.
having fun. 'Cause if you're not having fun, then like, what's I mean, if you're not having fun, then what are you doing? Trying to get on a pro team? because that's the only other option that you can have, man.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
mean, bro.
Trust me, I don't want that, dude. That doesn't bring any more fun at
Right.
all. It doesn't look fun at all. At all. Like so bad.
Oh my god,
But
honestly.
also, I think we talked about like the fine line thing,
Yeah.
and this is not really supportive of like the fact that like it motivated me to continue being a streamer. More so, it kind of was a knockback to like reality. I guess
Mhm.
was you're putting so much time into something that doesn't pay the bills versus
Yeah.
like listen, I have a career, right? I can devote so much more time to my career
Mhm.
um versus like turning on this live button and just sitting there and laughing. But if that brings you joy, then it brings you joy, right? But like
Right.
sometimes there's been moments in like streaming where streaming has like taken over more time and more productivity than like work, which has been a very negative effect. That's one thing I is like a dangerous line to kind of like teeter on, I guess. So I've been
Yeah.
trying to get better at that too, but that's tough, man. Working home, working remote is tough. When your gaming PC is like right there, you're just like, oh, let me just make a quick edit, and then you're just eating into time that could have been done more productive for like your actual self development. Um, so I've been struggling with that because it's almost contagious, like doing social media stuff and Twitch.
Yeah.
But
It's very consuming, I think. Even if you don't notice it, like it's something that you have to be very aware of. And it's something that I didn't have a problem with when I first started off, but ever since, I started wanting to promote stuff and get larger and have fun with a larger community, that's something that I have to look forward to. And I just kind of wish I knew that, all this stuff going in. Um but what about yourself? What if you could go back and tell yourself from 2 years ago when you were just starting streaming, if there's any advice you could give yourself, what would it be?
oh, dude, I think it plays into that whole like comp aspect versus just having fun.
Mhm.
Um, I think one of the big things is being more interactive with chat.
Okay.
So like when I was first starting off, I just turned the thing on. I would just play games with my friends. And don't get me wrong, playing with your friends is fine on stream, but like at the end of the day, I feel like it's kind of in a way kind of like unproductive at times when you're playing with your friends instead of interacting more with chat. But you
Mhm.
need days like that too. But I felt like when I was streaming back then, it was every day. Oh, let's like drop in with the boys. It's always the boys, and you know what? I'd be like, "Hey Tyler, how's it going, dude?" And then I would just go right back into playing the game. So like, I think if I was to like step back, I would tell myself, "Yo, it's cool that that you're getting like maybe 2 wins out of 8 hours of gameplay, but like you got people in chat they're just watching you or lurking. So how do you engage with them more?" So
Right.
I would have started doing more random stuff on Twitch, more experimental instead of just following some trend that like, oh, everyone's playing Warzone, let's go play Warzone type
Yeah.
thing. So
Well, now no
it's
one
tough
plays
growing
Warzone,
on this
so
map. Yeah, no one plays Warzone now, so I guess job's done. We can go home now.
job look like he's done. Um, so, throughout your time streaming and your time building keyboards, I need to know what your top 3 moments were
Oh,
of your streaming career, or of your keyboard building.
honestly, okay. So I would say a cliche one was getting a big raid. So
How big was
I
your
don't I
raid?
don't have any I don't have any like ranking, but the raid was 102 viewers for keyboard.
Nice.
And I was doing some stupid degenerate shit, and I was like dropping my keyboard on stream,
You were
and it was
dropping it?
terrible. I was like showing it to the camera, like, "Hey, look at this," and then like I just fumbled it. It was my keyboard. It wasn't someone else's keyboard. I would never do that to someone else's. I would never do that to someone else's keyboard. Your keyboard here is taken with the utmost care. Mine, not so much. So, um, yeah, that was really cool because that was a moment I was just like, "Fuck!" Like this is a really cool feeling. There's like chats like flying, and it feels good,
Mhm.
and it kind of like makes you feel like all the work that you put into it has kind of like paid off a little bit because you've made a couple more connections within that raid. I've managed to like keep in touch with like maybe 3 or 4 people, which is really dope.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
It's really cool. Number 2 was the the crab game night. I think number 2 was it's got to be the crab game night. That was so fun.
Crab game was great.
And like the thing is, like, I didn't care too much that there was only like 15 of us, but like for 15 people, it made it sound like a whole fucking lobby of players. So that was one of the most fun nights I've had playing games. And
Yeah.
then probably what takes the cake if I had to rank all of these was the boot cut cycling stream.
The
I
boot
got
cut cycling stream?
Yeah, you weren't here for oh dude.
How long ago was that?
October. I think October. Yeah, October. We did like a community event, and this is the first time I ever did it. And this is coming right off of that like 100-person raid, and it just happened to be in that month. So I just take my camera, I flip it to like the other side of the room where the Peloton is,
Mhm.
and for 30 minutes I'm just grinding, dude. I'm just pumping out like as much oxygen, carbon dioxide, whatever you want to call it, and
Let's
I'm
go.
just dying on camera. And I don't know why, but that was fun. I couldn't even read chat the whole time. Um, it's just little cool little things like that that you would never think that you yourself would fucking do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
even this, like I figured this out when I was taking my month break is I wanted to do something like, talk with people in different fields and different hobbies that are interested in doing something.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to do it. And I think that's something too is like you got to get out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's
This
just
is different. This is completely different. This is really cool and creative and innovative.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you agree,
Transformative.
drop a like. Um Um yeah, if you this is the last question before I jump into I have one chat question for you.
Oh shit.
But the one question I have is if you could talk to anybody, if you, even if looking at, somebody who's trying to get into making keyboards, where would you start? Where would you have them start?
With me. No, I'm just kidding. BootCutBrian at Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. No,
Update my LinkedIn with my with my Twitch.
I'm currently. Oh my fucking god.
Oh.
So if someone was trying to, the question was if someone was trying to get into keyboards, where would I point them into, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of content creators out there.
Mhm.
BootCutBrian as well. I don't know. One, it's expensive, right? So that's something you got to kind of take part into. But two, I would just kind of browse YouTube. A lot of the keyboard community is on YouTube. A lot of them are on Twitch. And most of the streamers that I have chatted with, they are very open about like teaching like newbies like coming into it. There's definitely like some gatekeepers and elitists in the community, but I think that's dwindling.
Okay.
But yeah, I would just have them start off with that. If they have any questions, I'd be more than helpful to help out. Just if it's just like just random things, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty out there. The information's out there to figure things out. Oh, you know what? You know, it'd be a good one. He's kind of like a shit poster, but he's actually pretty good and well known in the YouTube community. Is Glarses?
Glarses?
Yeah, Glarses. He's kind of a memer with the keyboard community, but it's really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy's good. He's not informative, but he's really funny, and he'll kind of set the mood. Yeah, he'll set the mood about like what things not to do, or if that's the right wording. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think this is the last segment that I have is chat questions, and this one's from Chris Evil. Before we even started, asking, "Why do you cut your boots with jeans?"
Oh my god, dude! You know what the thing is?
Can you elaborate a little bit with that too? What does that mean?
I only have like one pair of jeans. I don't even know what cutting boot.
I'm not even wearing
Oh,
jeans. Look at this.
yeah. I'm wearing joggers, dude.
I'm wearing
Are you wearing
pajama
PJs?
pants.
Oh, what a fucking swagged out fit. I love it so much, dude. I
Right?
fucking love it so much. Um, I don't know. I don't even wear jeans like that. I don't even wear boot. You know what? Like the origin of BootCutBrian is. I
Yeah,
used
tell
to
me.
wear like I think the same fit every day. It was like Steve Janoski sneakers, like
Steve
the Nike
Janoski.
skating one. Yeah, the Nike Janoskis with some boot cut or like really baggy jeans at the time, and then like an Arrow T-shirt in like college, and it was just like the biggest insult because my fit was horrendous for like 4 or 5 years. It still is probably, but
I
that's
love
where
it.
the name comes from. Bootcut Brian. I don't even know where it came from. It was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it, and if people like it, then people like it. You know.
I
But
mean, I
yeah.
love it. I love it. Speaking of your name, Brian, while we wrap up here, where can people find you?
Um, dude, why am I drawing a blank? You can find me on all social platforms with Bootcut Brian, just all lowercase, and it's Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Twitter, and we have like a little Discord thing that everyone's in. That's enough, right?
I think 8 things is
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Like maybe 3 of those I like actively work on, but yeah.
find me on monster.com, Indeed.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
there
yeah,
was also one other thing that I would tell myself starting off as a streamer.
yeah,
Uh Not to worry about the follow count, but to worry about the average viewership, I guess, like the amount of like people that are coming in constantly. You know, if I had like 50 viewers and had like 2 people in there, I don't know. But if I had like 50 viewers and like maybe like 5 or 7, like it just kind of makes for like a more exciting chat, you know, like experience wise. And that kind of goes back into interactiveness
hmm
on a stream. So I think it all plays a little part in everything for success. So
yeah,
yeah.
I agree. Um, well, is there anything else that you want to say before we go?
No, dude, this was super fun. I actually like this because
Yeah,
I looked at the questions at first. And I was just like, okay, I got this. But then like when you started asking them, I started like piecing it together in my brain, like what I kind of wanted out of this. I think it's a question a lot of streamers have too. Um, like what do you want out of this exactly? So
yeah.
it's a tough question to ask, especially if you're just like wanting to do it casually. But I don't know. I don't want to half-ass something, but I also don't want to like have it consume my life if I have other things and girlfriend and work life.
Balancing everything is super difficult.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you. And I can't wait to see your streams. Are you gonna keep streaming after this?
Yeah, I might play some PUBG. I think there's enough people. If you're gonna keep playing, did you download it already?
I mean, I've been downloading it since we started streaming. Yeah, it's downloaded.
Damn. Yeah, I think there's enough people to at least get like 2 groups going.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Do a little rule of that.
let me wrap up here, and then I'll hop on over.
All right, dude. This is super fun. Bye,
Yeah.
Tyler's chat.
Bye, Brian's chat. See you guys in a
Bye
minute.
bye. See you in a minute. Balls.
Fuck. Oh, I'm so tiny. Oh, brother. Uh. Well, yeah, guys. I mean, that's gonna wrap it up for motivations. With Bootcut Brian, I think we learned a lot today. I think that I'm super interested in learning more. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure to like the video, comment down below who you want to see next. If you have any ideas of who you want to see next, go ahead and email jimsockhancock@gmail.com. I check it daily. And yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by. And the next stream we're going to have will be on Friday, the more Sea of Thieves. And then on Saturday, we are going to be doing our 12-hour charity stream to St. Jude's. Very excited for that. Every donation is going to go straight to St. Jude's. We have donation goals that we want to hit. Our main goal is just to hit $100. And hopefully we can, hit that and see if we can get over that. Um, but you'll be hearing from me more. I will see you guys on Friday. Announcement of who the next guest is on Motivations next Monday. All right. Peace out, chat. I appreciate you guys hanging out. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Stay motivated.